What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Pokey Office. My name is Colin. Lately, I've been really thinking about how do I set up this business in Pokemon for the long term, right now, it's super easy to make some money in Pokemon. You just hold some things for a little bit, and it tends to go up in value right quick. You see the booster boxes, and even though they're retracing 10, 20% right now, I mean, if you bought in at the release date, which is what I always think you should do personally, then you're doing just fine in every Scarlet and Violet booster box, in every Sword and Shield booster box. You're doing just fine, right? In terms of single cards, I mean, if you vend, you buy at 80%, 85%. Some people buy at 70% and lower, and then you sell at 100%. You're doing just fine, right? You're trading at a good profit margin, and people are buying. That's the big thing. The demand right now is so high that people are always looking for cards. It's really easy to sell, right? So I get new sealed product from distribution. It's easy to sell. I get new singles for my shows. It's easy to sell. Things are constantly moving. But what I've been thinking is what happens when that actually stops being the case? I mean, I don't think personally that it's going to happen anytime soon. I think that Pokemon is going to be hot well into 2026, probably into 2027, and then we'll have another conversation about it. Based on the leaks I've seen and the rumors I'm seeing, I think Mega Evolution, the whole era of Mega Evolution, is going to do very, very well. That's my opinion. Okay. But I want to set up my business to really succeed for the long term because I've talked about it on the channel before, but for a long time back in my past, I was always searching for something that I was good at, something that I really enjoyed, something that I could make a job out of, something that I wouldn't get bored of. And it took me a really long time to find it. Like, I'm pretty good at lots of things that I do, but I get bored really quickly. And if I'm not good at it, then I get bored really quickly because I don't like sucking at something. I suck at sucking at something, right? So then I finally found Pokemon, and it started as just a hobby where I was opening packs, and then I really naively started this YouTube channel just thinking, oh, no one else is doing it. I may as well do it and start talking about my love of Pokemon and opening packs and stuff. And then I found my voice, and we can go all about that, but it kind of has evolved now, and now I have a distribution account, and I've been selling. Like, I just crossed over $600,000 in sales this year, which is absolutely nuts. I would never expected that. So I guess I better start doing one of those, like, Pokey Any, I can't even think of what he calls it, credibility check. My name's Colin, and I own a 6-figure Pokemon business in Canada. Pretty soon to be 7 figures. I'm just kidding. Anyways, how do I keep this going into the future? Because right now it's just done out of my basement. I got a cool collection behind me and in the back room, and a YouTube channel, all the things. Like, I think I've done a pretty good job of growing this thing into a real business, right? I also have some really awesome business partners, which are amazing. It really has helped me grow quicker because I have help. I know lots of other entrepreneurs are doing it all by themselves, and that is really, really tough. And another pro is I already had business experience doing a bunch of other different businesses that I've done in the past. So I already had my business set up, already had the accountant and the bookkeeper, all the things, the tax IDs, all the stuff that really can be daunting. And it's still daunting. So I don't know how some of you do it. Props to anyone who's doing business for themselves. Anyways, that's a long-winded introduction, but I just am thinking to myself, okay, Pokemon's easy right now. What can I do to set myself up for success in the future? And I think that this video might be a little bit jumbled because it all works together, right? So one thing that I've done really well, in my opinion, is when I got my distribution accounts last year, I just started being like, okay, I'm going to say yes as much as I can. I want to say yes as much as I can. So they offer some stuff. Yep, charge my card. Yep, charge my card. Yep, charge my card. Yep, I want some of that, trying to just take whatever I can get. Even if the price is stinky, it doesn't matter. I'm going to play the game because I want my allocation to go up. And it has been going up right? Like I had a really nice allocation of Mega, had a really nice allocation of these Reshiram and Salamence boxes and the Latias, Mega Latias boxes. So all of this has been working together because Pokemon's so hot right now. So I'm willing to pay that stinky price to set myself up for success in the future because, I mean, this is my opinion speaking, nothing else. I don't think Pokemon's ever getting back to the point where people don't want it, like Paradox Rift, where it was just sitting on the shelves and no one was buying it and distributors were trying to offload it for dirt cheap. Like, I don't think that's going to happen anymore. That's my opinion. I think allocation is going to be here for a long time yet to come. So if I can continue spending and growing that allocation, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to work hard to do that. And that means I'm paying big money because we all know that distribution charges big money on the secondary market stuff. And that means that I am going to do a lot of selling, and I have done a lot of selling at break-even costs. I've put a ton of work in to buy this stuff, keep my spend and my allocation spending up, and then sell it at break-even. Sometimes I even lose a couple bucks when I pay for shipping. But then it comes back around when I get a good allocation. So we'll see what happens because, I mean, Phantasmal Flames is only a couple weeks away at the recording of this video. So there's step number 1. Step number 2, and which I've really actually taken a downplay on, but I haven't been doing my 3 videos a week on YouTube. I mean, I kind of have. I'd still do my Monday video, and then we have the Tuesday live stream, the Office Dogs podcast, and then I do my live stream on Thursday. So I guess it's 3, but I used to do 3 recorded videos a week talking about Pokemon investing and all that kind of stuff. And ever since I kind of took a step back from that, my views have gone way down. So maybe that's a little bit upsetting, but it also taught me how, I mean, I'm rambling. It taught me that I don't need to care about the views so much anymore, which has been a really good thing for me actually, because I was just glued to my phone searching up how my videos were performing all the time. Anyways, so there's another outlet. So my live stream is a great outlet for me to move some product and to give my loyal supporters a good deal, or I try to give them as good of a deal as I can on lots of new products. So that's cool. And that's also set me up because I've had to have a website for that. So website, I only really list my live stream stuff lately. I haven't been listing sealed product. I haven't been listing singles. And in large part, well, twofold. 1, I've been doing lots of shows. And 2, we've actually been starting to really grind the eBay sales lately. And that's kind of where I want to go for the rest of the video. I think eBay is the move that I really wanted to make. Some of it has been from talking with Blake, who's on the Office Dogs podcast most of the time. Blake's Toys TCG. You should go check him out on eBay. He's one of the biggest eBay stores in Canada. He's got a great selection of stuff, so go check him out. But my honest opinion, we tried Whatnot. We tried a bunch of different things. I've tried lots of different things, and I've thrown a lot of crap at the wall to see what sticks. But eBay, like, I'm a firm believer that people are always going to want to buy Pokemon cards. Not at this level of demand, but even in the low periods of time, people were buying Pokemon cards. Like, there's always going to be the game players. There's always going to be the collectors. There's always going to be the investors, no matter what. And that ebbs and flows and gets hot and gets cold. But there's always going to be people looking and completing the next set and all that kind of stuff. So we've been really grinding, me and my brother-in-law, Kevin, getting stuff listed on eBay, like reverse holos and different EX cards and V cards and GX cards, all that kind of stuff, trying to get it listed on there because, in my opinion, I think that 13 to 15 to 17% fee, depending on how you calculate it, is totally worth the fact that eBay gets 1 million plus hits every single day looking for Pokemon cards right now. Like, that's crazy, you know? If I wanted to do all that work and post it on my website, I'd have to advertise the crap out of it, and I'd probably be paying more than 15% of my revenue in order to get that amount of sales. That's my experience. That's what other people's experiences are who they've talked to. So I just think eBay sets our business up for success so much. And like I said, I have a bit of a team in place. So we have the work, like the man hours available to sort through cards, sort through bulk, take pictures of all these cards, list them online. And so I think all of this is going to work together, which is kind of the point of this video, because now we're selling reverse hollows, and every envelope that gets shipped out, then we slip a business card in there, and then it's got our website on it, and it's got our emails on it. Then we've been starting to advertise a little bit on Instagram and Facebook and getting people messaging us. And now we've had good conversations with people just locally here about selling their collection or about buying some sealed product from us or about trading cards, like all this stuff. It's all working together. And now Kevin's actually started a pop-up shop. Last week was the first week locally where we have a shop that we just set up a couple tables. It's almost like setting up a vending booth. And people can walk in and have good conversations about Pokemon, and we buy stuff and we sell stuff. And I mean, it's really cool. This whole thing has started to really grow and take shape, and it's really, really fun. Like I'm just loving the Pokemon hobby right now. Even though there's some negativity, even though there's all these things working against people, there's a lot of fun to be had in the Pokemon hobby. So all of this is working together. People start having conversations with us. And there was a really good line last week on the Office Dogs podcast, Tuesday nights at 5 p.m. Pacific time. If you haven't checked it out yet, we're live, just chatting. But Blake was talking about how McDonald's and Coca-Cola always advertise. Like, they don't need to advertise, but they do advertise it because they always want your attention to be focused on them, right? They want to be front of mind. Like if I think about, I'd really like a drink right now, the first thing that comes to mind is Coca-Cola. So that's the same. I want people in my local area, if they're thinking about Pokemon cards, I want them to think about me. So I think all of this stuff is working together. We're putting business cards in those envelopes. And then, not that I've done this yet, but this is kind of part of the master plan. And I'm putting this out there for you guys to listen to my thought process, but also for me to put it out there and make it real, right? Once I say it and I post it, it has some legitimacy rather than me just thinking about it and not doing anything about it. So then this all starts working together. They get our website, and now we're not going to post our sealed product on eBay because I don't really want to pay 15% on that. But now that they know that we exist and they know that we're trustworthy and they know that we give good customer service, now they come to the PokeOffice.com rather than eBay to buy some sealed product. And then we start working with that. All these things start snowballing. And then they start watching my YouTube videos, and then they start joining the live stream. All of this stuff works together to grow this brand that we've been growing. And then just being part of the local scene and part of the kind of not local, but provincial or statewide scene. I live in Canada, so it's provincial. Going to different shows and being part of the communities and all of this stuff working together. So that's kind of what I've been thinking about. I'm not worried about where Pokemon's going. I think Pokemon knows exactly what they're doing. I think Pokemon is absolutely crushing it. But I want to make business decisions right now that set me up for success in the future. Like, I don't want to just go scalp Costco Pokemon cards, flip it for a profit, and then be done. Like, that's not the game plan here. The game plan is long-term growth. The game plan is holding a case or two of booster boxes of each set of Mega and each set of Scarlet and Violet and each set of Gen 10 or whatever the next block of Pokemon cards is for a little bit longer term. So I have the churn and burn money going, the cash flow coming, but also the investment side happening. All of this working together to create one cohesive business plan. And do I have all the right answers? Absolutely not. But I mean, it's sure starting to take form and take place. And I don't want to be one of those people who is in the hobby while it's hot right now and then out as soon as the opportunities are a little bit less. And that's coming. I don't know when it's coming, but I listen to Tony Robbins fairly often, and he always talks about winter does come. Like, right? Winter's coming. Just like Game of Thrones says, winter is coming. We don't know when. We don't always know how or why it happens, but it's going to come again, and got to be prepared for it, because there's lots of businesses that always fold when the going gets tough. But that's when the good businesses actually start making huge gains and progress as the other businesses start to fold in. So I want to set myself up for success like that. So if you're a business owner, let me know down in the comments below if you agree with me or not. Otherwise, if you want to think about business, or if you just enjoyed this chat, give me a comment, give me a like. If you like the content, make sure to subscribe. And man, I am loving the Pokemon hobby right now. I'm going to be honest with you. I love opening cards, love talking about Pokemon with people. Everything about it is just been a total blast, and it's scary too. I mean, I'm heavily invested into this stuff, both in product, both in money, and like in life, in time. I put a ton of time into this, but it's a lot of fun. So hopefully you enjoyed the content. Hopefully you will join us on the Office Dogs podcast Tuesdays at 5 p.m. My live stream where we rip packs Thursdays at 4 p.m. Those are both Pacific time. And until then, I will see you later. Peace.